a show that tackles the big issues affecting the BVI and the rest of the Caribbean. Searches for answers to today's big questions and gives viewers a unique perspective on developing stories. Follow the big story with me, Kathy Richards, only on JTV. This show is brought to you by the National Bank of the Virgin Islands, Digicel BVI, Cyril B. Romney Tortola Pier Park, Simply Secure, Gumptions Land and Sea Tours, Nagico Insurances, and Envy Styles, Nail Salon, Spa, and Barbershop.
I take my health seriously. I still make time to exercise at age 62. And I go at it hard. My health and well-being matters to me. No one can do it for me but me. Get vaccinated. Let's fight COVID-19 together. I am Deborah Maddox, Mrs. Classique 2021.
Stop.
Think.
Before you act.
Think before you act.
Kathy Richards, I want to thank you so much for joining us for this edition of The Big Story. And I guess you're seeing a different location again, Kathy, roaming the territory, and this time again on Virgin Gorda with my dear sister and friend, Sharon. It's been a while, and it's more than a pleasure to have you. First time on The Big Story.
Yes, wonderful, and it's nice to be on The Big Story, and it's nice that you've brought The Big Story to the Big Island of Virgin Gorda.
Yes. How has it been?
It's been nice. It's been interesting. Transitions are always interesting, and I've been enjoying mine and embracing it and enjoying beautiful Virgin Gorda even more.
Yeah, we living in changing times, and that calls for a lot of adjusting, coming up with new ideas how to do probably the same thing but in a new way, maintain the industry that we so love. And we know when we hear Sharon, we know all she's thinking. 99.9% of her life is tourism. How is that scenario working out now with you?
I mean, it's wonderful. Doing what I love. I am a tourism baby. I always said that. My tourism career started in Virgin Gorda and started in hotels. And I'm back doing that, and I am absolutely loving it. It's I said it doesn't matter if the guest is international or the guest is a resident guest. My goal, and by extension the goal of the organizations I'm involved with and Virgin Gorda, is to make sure that everyone who comes through our doors or docks or airports have a very memorable Virgin Gorda experience.
Before I came over to you, I had another recording done over at Little Dix Bay, and as my mind was going to what next for me, it reminded me, you know what, when I learned about Sharon, at that time you were the director of the tourist board. But the thing that stood out to me when I was over there was that you were introduced as someone who was coming from Virgin Gorda, from Little Dix. I think that was your last experience before going into tourist board, and now she's back on Virgin Gorda, but not at Little Dix. I was like trying to picture what she would have been like busy around here right now.
But it's interesting because Little Dix Bay, Rosewood Little Dix Bay, has been such a big part of my tourism development and my love of hospitality. I was at Little Dix Bay for 13 years as rooms director, HR director, and I always talk about a gentleman called Martin van Wagenborg. He is the one who saw something in me that I didn't want to believe was in myself. He, he put me on a path of succession. He sent me all over the world to learn luxury tourism. And that's what I'm doing now at Virgin Gorda Villa Rentals with White Oleander. And the funny thing, my company, White Oleander, works with Rosewood Little Dixby as their transportation provider for rentals.
Wow.
So things
The
tend to
connection's
come.
still there.
Connections are there, and things tend to come full circle. And embracing change is it's interesting and it's good. We just have to be open-minded
Yes.
about it. And so as I always say, what's for you will
It'll
be
for you, no matter what.
no matter what. And I'm enjoying what's happening with me now. I'm enjoying my life of the pandemic came at a very interesting time, but it allowed me to spend a lot more time, with my husband, with my family, my brothers and sisters who are all here, and being on the ground in Virgin Gorda, seeing what really makes the island tick, what works, what doesn't, and what I can do to help.
And I learned recently that you are literally preparing to do something really big.
Well, I wouldn't say that it's big.
It's big. It's big in my view.
It's an extension of tourism, hospitality. It's an extension of who I am. My mother always says, you need to remember from whence you came, and you should give back. And we had a wonderful opportunity that fell in my lap, again, because of hospitality and connections and networking and relationships. So we have a trainer coming in this week, spending about a week with us, and we're calling it Level Up.
All right. Level up.
Exactly. I can't do the dance, but
I try.
but we can, embrace the idea that we, as tourism and hospitality professionals, whether it is you're in the kitchen, you're in the gardens, you're on the front line, we need to level up and to take our service and our product to the next level. And we're focusing on small businesses, the small businesses who may not necessarily have an opportunity to pay for training, to have somebody who is entrenched in hospitality, help them to get to the next level. So we're encouraging a lot of the small businesses. We are targeting a maximum of 180 persons in hospitality and also retail. And we're 3 days. June 8th, 9th, and 10th. Okay. The 8th and the 10th are 6-hour sessions. We're trying to make it interesting and fun. And those sessions, you have to attend only one, starting at 10 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon, light snacks and a light lunch provided. And then on June 9th, we have a retail component.
Okay.
And again, tourists, guests, the customer in general interacts with us, and I keep saying it doesn't matter whether it's an international or a local customer or client. It's a client all the same, and everybody should be treated to a stellar customer service experience, and that's what we want for Virgin Gorda.
Yes.
You step off the boat and you know that, okay, you're going to be treated differently, positively different. Yes, and that's why
a different level.
So we're leveling up, and we're taking Virgin Gorda, as we say, Virgin Gorda. It's the new normal, but it's still extraordinary.
And you call a number. You said 100 and something persons that you're catering for. You sure that you get that entire number from Virgin Gorda, or we can force a few spaces.
Well, the thing is, we can. I am very inclusive. So if it is that we have a few persons from Tortola, Anegada, Joss Van Dyke, and they're interested in coming across, of course we will make space for them. That's what sisterhood is all about.
Right?
Kathy.
Yes, sisterhood, island sisterhood.
Exactly.
And you explained the 3 days. Why the compilation in such a way?
Well, the thing is, we try to look at the fact that with small businesses, you have a very small staff, and those staff persons, you can't send your entire organization to a training all on one day. So if we did it one day, we would miss certain people.
Yeah.
And and in addition to that, we don't want the seminar sizes to be too large so that it's not interactive. It has to be an interactive experience. We don't want to stand there and
lecture
talk
out
and
yes.
lecture. We want the interaction. We want them to ask questions. We want them to feel comfortable. And we're not only targeting the line employees, the owners and the managers.
Wow.
We're inviting them to attend and be immersed in the experience as well, because too often I've been in training sessions, as a facilitator or just listening in, and the line employees would say, geez, my boss really need to hear that.
No, but that's so true.
The
That's
important
so true.
thing is that it has to start as well from the top, that we have to preach that, not necessarily preach, but we have to live it and breathe it. And if we're living and breathing service and tourism, that has to be at the forefront of the experience, because that's why the guests come, and that's why persons leave from Tortola and come to Virgin Gorda for the weekend or for the day or for the night. They're looking for an experience, and all of us have to tie in and make that experience positively memorable.
How does this lend to the new normal of things in that industry?
I think it's important for us to. There's been a lot of talk about wearing the mask, separating yourself, doing the distancing of the 6 feet, and that's important because safety overrides everything. But we have to find a way to still have a personal experience with
our
clients.
clients.
And these seminars is to help us to do that. I mean, some of us might say, we've been doing this a long time. It ain't nothing that nobody could tell me that I don't know already. But there can be reminders. There can be nice little tips. What we're doing at our organization, especially at Elevric and Maho, we're trying to find more ways to communicate. To me, there's not something such as not enough communication. So we have WhatsApp groups. We have what we call a huddle, something I took from the tourist board, where every day we try. Sometimes I get caught up and it doesn't happen, but we have what we call today's huddle, and we have a series of different topics that we share with the team members. And for example, today's huddle topic is actually safety.
Okay.
And the idea is, what can you as an employee, an owner, a manager, what can you bring to the table to ensure that our guests have an experience that's safe? So I think it's all about all of us collectively being a part of the guest experience. It shouldn't just be left up to the manager or the owner or the person on the front. It's all of us. So some people said, well, Sharon, I'm just sending my frontline people to the seminar. I said, but doesn't the gardener
play an integral
engage? Doesn't the person in the kitchen has to know that they can't send a plate out that's chipped? The retail person, the person working in the supermarket, the guest goes in, they want something, and that person has their head down. That person needs to be interactive too. a total experience.
Yes, it's beautiful, beautiful. Where do you see us going in the tourism industry with initiatives like this?
I think that it can only be something positive. We need to see, to see more of this. And in fact, I'm very plain spoken. I've actually, kind of lambasted a few of the businesses as well who've said, oh, we can't send nobody to the training. We busy, or we have stuff to do. The one thing that I've realized, being in business for all of these years, is that the first thing that a lot of us tend to do is to sideline education and training opportunities, refreshers. It's always something that, oh, we could do that another time. And that training experience, especially when it's service oriented, is the one piece that can make or break a business or an experience. So, I take it to the different businesses and I reach out. I said, okay, you send one employee. There's no excuse. You've been calling for it and it's free.
Oh, that would have been my next question.
And it's free. There is no charge for the participants. No charge.
Tell me a little bit about the lecturers.
The lecturers.
Well, the facilitators. I don't want to call them lecturers.
Facilitators. Myself being one of them, but I want to play a very small role.
There we go, Sharon, wanting to be in the background.
Yes. And then we have a facilitator. The company is called Lemonade, and she's been lecturing. She's been involved in hospitality for over 25 years. In fact, right now she's doing some work in St. Martin with them for their re-emergence into the tourism space. And she's close by. She's right there. It's a great opportunity for us. So there's only one place we can go from here, and that's leveling up.
I got it. I just got it.
Kathy, you have to come and do the level up first. I mean, I looked at it. I looked at the videos of it, and I said, geez, it kind of takes my breath away just looking at it. But when you look at when I look at the videos and it talks about leveling up and it talks about positivity and leveling up in every aspect of your life, and that's what the seminars are about. It's not only just about work. It's helping the attendees to feel better about themselves, and when you feel better about yourself, that translates as well into a more positive experience. At least that's how that's how I see it.
Do you see room for other areas of training that not necessarily that your company is going to do or can do, but for others around the territory that can do just like you guys are investing in because it's free? I mean that it's your funds you are putting into helping the territory.
To get it. I think that there's an opportunity for for more training, more workshops. I think the learning experience, if it's more interactive, it resonates a little bit more with the participants, and I see more training on the forefront in the BVI. I think we need to do it on a continual basis. It's not something we should do now and again, and
it should be continual.
It should be continual.
Okay. If persons want to register with this program, I hope this is not being shown a little too late.
Yes. If they want to, if persons want to register, they can reach out to me, Sharon Flax Brutus at leverickbay.com, or they can also reach out to our website, not website, I'm sorry, our email address, which is levelupvg at gmail.com.
Oh, that one is so easy.
Yes.
levelupvg
at gmail.com. And we guarantee you a response within 24 hours.
Okay. Before we close out here, COVID-19 has given us a licking, but so far we keep taking. In your view, how do we keep that tick tock, tick tock, tick tock with the smooth rhythm?
Well, I would say the thing is, the BVI, Virgin Gorda, we tend to be a very resilient community. We tend to be a very resilient people. And yes, that word may be overplayed, but in the tourism space, you know, the BVI has always been a leader. Has always been a leader, a trendsetter, a pace setter. And from where I sit and what some of the things that I'm involved with, I will continue to make sure that BVI and by extension Virgin Gorda stands out, because I don't like to be second
All right.
or third.
All right.
And the BVI has a great cachet from a tourism perspective, and we haven't built a legacy for 50 years for the pandemic or anything else to knock us on our seat. I was telling my husband up to a few nights ago, I said, you know what, the Lord has blessed Virgin Gorda in this instance with being uniquely and geographically positioned, and just like the BVI, and he has blessed us with being close enough to the US and far enough away. He's blessed us with 60 islands that provides different experiences. He didn't put the bats in St. Thomas or St. Lucia. He didn't put these beautiful waters. So at the end of the day, our guests will come back.
Yes.
Tourism and the BVI will come back. I have no doubt about that at all. What we need to do collectively, all of us, is we need to be ready.
All right.
And that is why we are
leveling up.
And I know that's a nice way for you to end.
Yes, that
We
is
are
leveling up. I want to thank you so much, my friend.
You're welcome.
I take it an honor to be able to catch you out of your busy schedule to sit and have this
Yes.
little candid discourse.
And I enjoy it because we go way back, Kathy.
Way back.
I always remember our
Way
very
back.
first boat ride and
Oh,
interaction
yes.
to Anegada.
Yes.
Because you'd never been to
So
Anegada.
yeah, and you were the first one
Yes.
to take me out. And you know what? I also remember the other day I stumbled on the photograph. I had this very hairstyle.
That is true, That is true. When we're off the camera, I will show you the picture.
Yes, I had the very hairstyle. And I'm
Wonderful.
back then, that was how many years
Yes.
ago. Yeah.
Sisterhood.
Sisterhood.
It's there,
yes.
and we're both, as we say,
Leveling up. I'm Kathy Richards. Want to thank you so much for joining us for this edition of The Big Story.